What's good, y'all? So let's go ahead and get into these topics. So the first thing I want to discuss is this situation that's going down with Rick Ross. Now, I don't know if this information is new or old, but the platform that I pulled it from just recently posted it. So I'm thinking it's new news, but if it's not, don't get on me in the comments. But there's a man that's alleging that Rick Ross tried to force himself on him. And I want you guys to check out this clip. Now, there's one clip that I can't play because the person who platformed that I got it from, they actually inserted some of Rick Ross's music on there. So I don't want to get a copyright strike, but I will play that second video on my Instagram. So if you want to go there and check it out, my Instagram is Carolina Crush TV, and you can head over there and see the second part to this video. So, but anyway, check it out and I'll be back.
Okay guys, so I just want to make this video before this becomes public record and everything. So I did file a police report last night against William, which goes with the name Rick Ross, for Gape. And the reason why is just because of everything that basically just transpired. And I mean, obviously because it happened and everything. So long story short, went out there, he flew me out, you know, he wanted to do things that I didn't want to do. He basically forced himself on me. So I called the Miami Beach cops, and I called them, and I really felt like they really weren't being cooperative with me. I was on hold because I called a non-emergency number because it happened a couple hours ago. I called a non-emergency number, and it literally took them like 2 to 3 hours for them to reach back and speak to me. And on top of that, the police officer was being super over-the-top rude and basically was just saying that he didn't believe what I was saying.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. So in part 2, which I will be posting on Instagram, he goes on to say that it took 2 hours for the Miami police to get back in contact with them. He said they were very rude and nasty. And then on top of that, he basically admitted to the cops that Rick Ross made him sign an NDA. And the cops were like, yo, if you signed an NDA, then why the hell are you calling us? Now, when I went to explore what people were saying in the comments, basically it was split. People were saying maybe this is a clout chasing effort. Then there were others that were saying that they believe what this man is saying about Rick Ross. So I don't know. I don't see anybody else talking about it. I just thought that I would bring it to you guys' attention. But I will say I don't think that 50 caught wind of this situation, given the fact of everything that's gone down between him and Big Meech and Little Meech. And 50 has always had, well, not always, but has had a long-standing beef with Rick Ross. I'm pretty sure if he caught wind of this, he definitely would be on his Instagram page trolling the hell out of Rick Ross. But anyway, let's move along, and I want to talk about Jaguar Wright. So if you guys haven't heard, Jaguar goes down to Mar-a-Lago to hang out with Trump. While she's there, she was presented with the Defender of Freedom Award. And Michael Flynn was the one that presented her with this award. And a lot of people are like, Defender of Freedom? I mean, like, it has a lot of people baffled. I want you guys to check out this clip, and I'll be back.
It has to be Trump. It has to be. Because if we vote DNC, we're voting for liars. It's just that simple. The DNC is lying. I don't trust the Republicans either. But they won't even think about backing.
Well. I keep telling y'all, black people, we don't need no spokesperson for us. We are the spokespersons. We speak for ourselves. Jaguar Wright can't speak for nobody. Although Jaguar Wright may know a lot of like that's being regurgitated, as Lady Couture and a lot of more people say on here. This lets you know just where she stands.
She's not a black American, and your skin tone ain't enough. You gotta understand our struggles to speak for us. I wash my greens in the sink and I cook them on the stove. She say she make up her collard greens in the bath.
Look at that pucker lip. She knows she. But look, this don't surprise me. Just like that, Jaguar Wright is over with. Bye-bye.
I done laughed at this for a good 5 minutes. Jaguar Wright won an award, a Voice of Truth and Courage award, presented to her by General Michael Flynn, in recognition of her fearless dedication to truth and justice as a bold and unapologetic voice in the fight for transparency and accountability. Jaguar continues to shine a light where others fear to tread. What light? What light? By her face, I just know she's like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing up here. Because what are you doing up there? Mind you, this was in front of Trump. They presented her with this award. What truth and justice has she brought to the light? But real important question, was this about the Jay-Z stories that she was making up a few months ago? Because I believe Busby got an award too, I think the same night. This is not a serious country. This is not a serious place.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. And I took the time to screenshot a few comments as it pertains to this situation. So this person says, whoa, this is huge considering her connection to Diddy and etc. Then somebody by the name of Crystal chimed in and she said, what connection with Diddy? You mean the lies with no receipts connection? Oh, then someone else says she has no connection to Diddy or literally anyone. She sang backup for Jay one time years and years ago, and since then has made up crazy things in her head she has no proof of. And last but not least, this person says, y'all are desperate for their downfall, and she's talking about Jay-Z and Diddy. She didn't provide any proof. And if she saw all of that without going to the police, that would make her an accomplice. Duh, LOL. Now, I will say that Jaguar did receive a lot of positive comments as well. A lot of people feel that she deserves this award. She's been on the internet trying to expose the industry for years, and a lot of people seem to be genuinely happy for her. But I'm just gonna say this. I said something a few months back, and I don't know if it went over y'all's head. I said that there's a lot of things that are going on that are political, and this right here, this move by Jaguar right here, makes me feel like that further proves my argument. Now, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it because I don't think that a lot of people are ready for that conversation, but my day ones, you know what we talk about in our private chats, you know what I'm saying? So y'all know especially where I'm coming from. But anyway, let's move along, and I want to talk about Irv being laid to rest. I was so happy that Ashanti showed up. Now, I haven't seen any pictures of Ashanti, but at the end of the day, TMZ did report that Ashanti was in attendance along with Gayle King. Lord was there, Fat Joe was also in attendance, and Jay-Z was sitting front row and center. And a lot of people don't know that Irv is responsible for helping Jay-Z early on in his career. Now, Irv's homegoing service took place at the Greater Allen AME Cathedral of New York. And during that homegoing service, of course, Ja Rule spoke and he became really emotional. So what I want to do right now is play you that clip, also show you the interaction that Jay-Z had at the funeral. He was greeting people that were there. I don't know if that was Irb's family in attendance. I believe it was, because it was a small funeral. But also Irb's brother Chris spoke. So check out these 3 clips and I'll be back to close the video.
General. No. Look, good inspiration. See, no, the rest of wrong, baby. You done it. You don't mind. Gotcha.
Nene, love you, Nene. I know this is tough for you too. He's home now, he's with Bobby, with V. I mean, this is my brother, like Chris said, it's the biggest honor you give somebody who's not your blood brother to say they're your brother. And let me take these glasses off. He deserves that respect. We started this journey together a long time ago. It didn't change. Take up any more time, but I just want to say, Irv, I love you. Everyone in this room loves you. You touched everybody in your own way in this room. And I know everybody has their moments of that with him. And so, the celebration of your life, because it will live on forever. I love you, my brother. See you when I get there.
From Rough Riders, if y'all don't know who Wiley is. Rough Riders is D.Y. And Wiley meets him and says, can you make beats? And he says, hell yeah. Rod, what you do? You buy him a beat machine.
That's right.
Buys it for him. I need beats by the end of the week. This is Irv's kind of determination. This is a great story because it shows his determination. I come home and I see him in the front on his beat machine. He's reading the manual. He never made a beat in his life. But it's so wild. He could make beats. And I said, what's going on? He said, man, he tells me he meet you.
Yeah.
And he said, I gotta make beats or it might get ugly. I'm keeping it PG-13. Okay? He said, I gotta make beats. He said, he brought me the machine, he's expecting beats. And at the end of the day, by the end of that week, he made about 8 beats. He had Little Rob playing the guitar bass line for the beats that he made, and I liked all the beats. And that's the birth, really, of Irv Gotti as a producer. Because there's so many phases of him, but from the music side, that is the birth of Irv Gotti right there. And why I can't thank you enough for that. You understand? Thank you.
All right, so you guys just saw and heard all of that, and just by the looks of things, it just seems as though it was a tight-knit family and friends type of atmosphere, and I think that Irv would have preferred it that way. He would only want people there that really cared about him. I understand that a lot of his artists had issues with him about publishing and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, you're there to pay your respects and wish his family the absolute best. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that I discussed in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.